And a good morning to you. Welcome to hour number 2 of the Art Lewis Show. Coming to Chesaning in September will be the Traveling Vietnam Memorial Wall. We're going to talk about that this morning with some folks involved. First of all, we say good morning to Dave Peppenheimer from the VFW Post, and that post number is
6579.
Dave, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
And you brought some friends with you. We'll have them introduce themselves.
Good morning. My name's Bruce Andrus. I'm the Senior Vice Commander for VFW Post 6579.
And I'm Merrick Soto, and I'm Dave's grandson, and I'm just here visiting and helping with whatever I can across the board.
Helping across the board and antagonizing Grandpa. Right?
For sure.
For sure, yeah.
So Dave, let's talk about how it came about that Chesaning is going to get the wall.
Well, last year, the Carroll had the traveling wall there, and my wife finally talked me into going and see something like that, because before I wouldn't. And so we went, and I remember we pulled in, and I remember getting out of the car, and the helicopter flew overhead, and I just about flipped out. And I go, this is crazy, but it was a fantastic experience, unbelievable experience.
Safe to assume you had military service.
Yes, Vietnam.
You were in Vietnam.
Yeah.
What was it like coming home?
It was kind of scary because 1 minute you were in the field, and the next minute they had you on an airplane flying you back to the United States. They threw a uniform on you, put you on a plane, sent you home. Within 24, 48 hours, you're in your own home, and you're still acclimated to that life. And it was hard to change, and then we didn't have a big welcome either.
Yeah. Did you suffer from PTSD at all?
Yes.
I asked that because you mentioned that helicopter and
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
how it kind of got to you.
Yeah. And once you hear that, all veterans, once you hear that sound, it's not like any other helicopter. That's the real McCoy. And but I won't go on it again, though.
Your story, Russ?
Well, I'm a Gulf War veteran. I served during the support of Operation Desert Shield, Desert Storm in Princelik Air Station, Turkey. And what kind of inspired me to help out with this event is mostly to honor the fallen Vietnam veterans and their families, and along with our current Vietnam veterans. My wife's uncle, Charles Pullman, he was killed in action February 10th of 1967. So this is an opportunity for families that haven't had a chance to visit the memorial in Washington, to come and visit the wall and see their loved ones' names on the wall. Matter of fact, my mother-in-law, she's never had an opportunity to go to Washington. So in Chesaning at Showboat Park, this is going to be her first opportunity to see her brother on the wall.
This wall, is it built anything like the wall in Washington on a smaller scale? The reason I ask, the wall in Washington where the names are engraved, you can take a piece of paper and a pencil and rub over it and have the name. Can you do that on this wall? Do you know?
This wall here is, when it's assembled, it's 252 feet long. And it has the 58,000 plus names on the wall. And we will have a committee, which Carol also did, where people can grab the chalk and the paper and rub off
You
name
can
on
do that
yes,
on this
you can.
wall. Well,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why I was wondering. Is there a directory? By that I mean someone comes to the wall and is looking for a particular individual's name. Is there a directory that tells them where on the wall they might find it?
Yeah, we have a welcome tent, and that will be manned by our ladies, and they will have a directory of the names. And if a person wants to go out and see their loved one or whatever, somebody will take them out to the wall and point it out for them.
So let me ask the youngster here. What are your thoughts about it? You weren't around for Vietnam.
Yeah, I wasn't, but I definitely think it's pretty great to be able to honor our veterans both local and nationwide, and I think it's also great that those who couldn't get the opportunity to visit the one in Washington are going to be able to see their loved ones.
I bet quite a few that come have seen the one in Washington, too.
I can't go there yet.
Really?
I can't. I don't know why. I don't know why. I can't even tell you. I just can't do it yet.
Interesting, but you can go to this wall.
Yeah.
And now you've seen it. You were there. The helicopter flew overhead. Sorry about that. So other than the fact it's coming to you now, if you had the opportunity, would you have gone somewhere else to see it again?
Probably not. Like I say, I have to thank my wife for that because she's been bugging me. She's bugging me over the years. And finally I gave in. I said, okay, let's go to Carroll. We'll go. And we did, and the rest is history.
So, I mean, do you know why you can't go? I'm curious about that.
It's hard to look at the name of a friend on that wall that you served with. You look at it and you remember what happened to them, and it brings back. It kind of fogs your head a little bit. You get wrapped up in it again, and it's sadness sets in, and there you go.
It does bring back a lot of memories, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same reaction for you?
Yes, I kind of have the same reaction.
You weren't there in Nam, though, because you were
I
later.
was not. No, I was born in January of 1967. So, but I understand what Dave's talking about. With the different emotions and stuff. And for me, I guess it's maybe an opportunity for people to heal and maybe get some closure. That's what we're hoping. For folks that do come out to see the wall, hopefully they can leave with some closure.
Let's talk about this for a minute before I forget. We can spend this whole hour talking about things and I won't ask the right question. When is it coming? When will it be available for the public to see and view?
It's going to be available. The wall, we're doing a motorcycle escort on September 3rd from Home Depot and Shields. And the sheriff department's going to give us 2 cars to help escort it. And we'll go down through St. Charles and down into 57 and into Chesaning.
And that will arrive and be set up when?
The wall, as soon as we get to Chesaning, it has to be set up.
I can tell you who the 2 deputies are that are going to escort
Oh,
you,
do you?
and I can tell you their car numbers.
Great.
Yeah, Under Sheriff Gomez, he said he'd be glad to provide that.
Yeah,
And
oh,
once we
absolutely.
get there, excuse me, the wall, our opening ceremonies is on September 4th at 9 a.m. At 9 a.m., there's going to be a helicopter flyover. We're expecting it, so we ain't going to be shook up about it. But then they're going to land the helicopter, and we'll have our opening ceremonies, and we'll go down the list of the Star Spangled Banner, and we even have the taps and stuff. And then we'll have our Medal of Honor winner, Terry Richardson from Cass City. He's our guest speaker. And we say a few words, and then I have bagpipes coming in, which will be nice. And we have different organizations, like the Chesaning American Legion is going to do the gun salute. We have an organization out of Lansing that's going to do the colors. And we have a few guest speakers that are going to say a few prayers and whatnot. And then it'll be open for business.
And it'll be there through the 7th?
Through the 7th, and it has to be lit up. It has to be lit up 24/7.
So can people visit it in the middle of the night?
I thought that was kind of weird, but Carol, when they explained it to us, said that there was people come in 2-3 o'clock in the morning. They don't want to see people. They want to sit there by themselves and look at that wall.
Yeah.
And I think that's very
So
important.
you have to provide security around the clock?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we are in the process. We hired the Chesaning Police Department. Excuse me. They're going to put a car on the midnight shift for us because the way things are nowadays, in the back of our minds, we don't want nothing to happen.
Prevention. All right, we're going to take a break, come back, talk more with our guests when we return here on the Art Lewis Show.
Gotta go.
All right, we're back with you here on WSGW and from the Chesaning VFW. Introduce yourselves again, Dave.
Dave Pappenheimer.
Bruce Andrus.
Merrick Soto.
And they are all here because the Traveling Vietnam Wall is coming to Chesaning September 4th through the 7th. I want to go back, though, but we'll talk more about the wall and all of that. But, Dave, I want to ask, when you came home, how long did it take you to adjust to civilian life?
It took quite a while because basically all I did was go into bars and brawl and drink. And
So you didn't have a job when you came back?
I did have, but I waited as long as I could before I had to go back. Then I went back, but I couldn't. It was hard to adjust because people just didn't. Don't want to say respect, but they just didn't care who you were.
There
And,
was no. You're right. There was no respect. It was a sad time in our history. The way we treated the men and women who went to battle for us was just unacceptable.
It was a very misunderstood war.
Well, it was a misunderstood war. Yeah. There are a lot of components to it, pro and con. But regardless, that's not how you treat the people that go to represent your country. You know, I always shook my head. I mean, I've always been a huge supporter of the military. Never was able to serve. I got 4F'd when I was young. And I never understood. I understood the protests against the war from colleges and all that stuff. I understood that. But that's not an excuse to mistreat people who serve the country. And that I never understood.
Yeah, they when I came back, as soon as they put us in a uniform, they had a big sign up. They give us a free steak dinner. After a year over there, they give you a free steak dinner.
Oh, gee, that's nice.
That's just fantastic. Yeah, and when they put us on the bus to go to the airport, they had armed MPs on the bus to protect us.
Really?
Yeah, and that just, you sit there on that bus and you're looking and saying, what am I getting back into here? It was just absolutely crazy, but that's life's lessons.
Well, was there any kind of instructions on transition?
No, none whatsoever. I was in the field I was out in the field, and they back at headquarters, they sent somebody out, picked me up, took me back, said, "Here's your paperwork." They flew me down to Long Binh, I think it was, in Vietnam, and put clean fatigues on, put us on a plane. Boom.
So you were just part of a rotation out then?
Yeah. They had plane loads.
What were you doing? What was your job?
I was in First Cav up in I Corps, and we had tanks and the ACAVs, and we also had a helicopter unit. And then I ended up with the tactical operations unit.
And you were there how long?
I was there 10 months because I was a little shy of getting my 2 years in, so they give me a break and let me come home early, 2 months early.
Wow. Gee, thanks.
Yeah.
But that steak dinner was worth it, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So you got home, and the adjustment was difficult.
Yeah, it was really difficult because there were some people that would they want to come up and mess with you for whatever reason, and there was an instant reaction. Like now, we were fighting and stuff and drinking and I finally had to go back to work because I ran out of money.
That's a good reason, but it forced you to do something. It forced you to go back.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you say to veterans today? First of all, let me ask this: how has the attitude changed today versus what it was when you came back?
I think what little I do know about the other veterans coming back from different wars, it's a lot more respectful, number one. And number two, with the respect, you're treated better, and they definitely earned it. There's no doubt about that.
And a lot of us have learned how to say thank you for your service.
Yeah. And so I feel for any veteran, because I don't care if you were like Bruce, you were in the Gulf War or whatever, you were at a war. It's no different.
What was it like for you coming home, Bruce?
A lot different. I felt like we had a lot of support and appreciation, and it breaks my heart. We have a member that shared a story last week. He flew back from Vietnam into Detroit Metro Airport. He was in full uniform. He attempted to rent a car to come home, and they wouldn't rent him the car.
Huh?
Yeah,
Because
he was a Vietnam veteran. So stories like that make me appreciate, the times were different when I came home, and we had a lot more support. And I think that's why this Vietnam Moving Wall event is so important. Not only are we going to honor our fallen and their families, but it's a way for us to honor our Vietnam veterans as well.
Well, I long overdue, but I do sense that the thought process has changed. I do worry with the Iranian situation. If we put boots on the ground, we're going to find that situation again, which would be devastating. So we'll have to wait and see. But it's just, I shake my head when I think about it. And again, I was never in the position, but I knew people who were. And it's just a very sad time in our history that we had to learn from.
They had the youngest one killed in Vietnam was 15 years old. Lied to get into the army.
I was going to say you had to fib a little bit to get in.
Yeah. But right now, at this point in time, the average age of the youngest Vietnam veterans is 69 to 71 years old. And it's hard to...
Well, it's going to be going the way of the greatest generation from World War II. Eventually, we're going to see them die out, and we're not going to have the stories anymore.
And I think it'll bring peace to a lot of veterans. And I say like myself, too, because we consider that our wall now coming in. And I hope to walk up there and look at some names and say, God love you, man.
No, it'd probably help you with some closure.
Yeah, it would. I think it would, yeah. And I need that. Definitely need it.
All right, again, the wall is coming to Chesaning September 7th through the 7th at the Showboat Park. I'll tell you more about it when we return.
Get ready to bring home the...
Back with you, Dave Bruce Merrick with us this morning from the VFW Post in Chesaning, where the moving wall, the Vietnam Wall, will be in town September 4th through the 7th, and that will be at the Showboat Park. Just one follow-up before we get back to the wall, but you were talking, Dave, and we were talking during the last segment, and we mentioned during the break, you go to the VA, right?
Yes, I do.
What's the VA been like these days?
The VA has been absolutely fantastic. I've talked to other veterans that have some horror stories out of various VAs, and one of the buddies I was in Nam with from California, he has to travel almost 2 hours to go to a VA hospital, and then they don't do nothing for him.
Wow.
In Saginaw, I've never had to wait over 10, 15 minutes for an appointment. Never. And they're friendly. They do what they're doing, and they do what they can for you. And I guess that's why I'm the way I am today.
I've heard that reputation about the Alita Lutz Hospital has been a good one. One of the shining stars in the VA system, so to speak.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Have you used it, Bruce?
I have, yep. I go to a mini clinic, I guess you'd call it, in Flint, and I've had the same response and service as what Dave has had in Saginaw, and I thank those professionals. I mean, they're there to help veterans, and I've had nothing but good experiences.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that, because it's real easy to get all the negatives. It's a lot harder to get the positives out there.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
And I just, you get tired of negative. Can't be that bad.
No.
Then you talk to folks like yourself who say, no, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, we're glad they take care of you.
Yep.
Glad they take care of you. So I want to go back to the 3rd, because you're going to be escorted from the Home Depot in Shields down to Showboat Park.
Right.
What's going to happen when it gets there? Is there anything for the public to see?
There won't be. As soon as the wall gets there, it's got to be the wall has to be set up on a platform that we're getting built Friday to display it, and it has to be just so. I mean, the measurements are right. Like say 252 feet all total, and we're like at 130 degrees on the ballpark because it's so big.
Right.
And it's just, I don't know, it's just mind-boggling. They'll see it, but we're hoping that the general public will come out, and I hope a lot of vets show up, and we can all get a little bit more healed from it.
Is there a cost to do this?
No, it's no charge to go into it, and the only thing that we will be doing is we will be having 2 food trucks up on the hill, away from the wall. There can't be anything near that wall.
Mm-hmm.
No entertainment, no music, no nothing, just solitude. And so the food trucks will be there, and then when the wall arrives, we've got to scramble to get that thing set up for the following day, and that's a huge undertaking.
Who's paying for the stage, for the platform?
Stage and platform we're getting, or the platform and a pulpit we're getting from our from St. Mike's Church. They're going to give that to us. But Bill Smith, a guy with the Vietnam Veterans of America, they were at Bluebell Beach, and they called us up and said, "Hey, do you want this? Come and get it." And we couldn't get there fast enough, so we dug it up, and then.
So you have the structure then?
Yes, we do. We got a fence company coming in out of Durant, TWA Fence. They're going to string line that so it's just right, because he won't put the wall up if it's not level, not right. And so
out of curiosity, what's Showboat Park like these days since the showboat disappeared?
I think it went downhill for a few years. There was nothing really going on, but as of late, they've done a fantastic job with that park. They have a walking track. There's people there all the time. A paved walking track. The trees and the plants. It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
What's left from the structures there? Stage, seating, and all that?
Pardon?
What's left from the structures?
Oh,
Stage, seating, all the other physical attributes.
From the original Showboat Park. Yeah, it's laying there in disarray. And the word has it at one time they were going to tear it out, get rid of the stage and whatnot, and they haven't done that yet. But we always hope, they got the buildings up there that they used to serve food at Showboat, nice buildings, and it'd be nice to see somebody rich come along and rebuild that, and you could have summer concerts and stuff there. That would be fantastic, I think.
Yeah, without the showboat. I mean, the showboat was a nice gimmick, but
Yeah.
But you could still just use that for concerts, it would seem to me.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It'd be kind of neat.
Yeah, I think so.
How big is the VFW post?
We've got,
I believe we have 76 members. We probably have 8 active members. So when Dave brought this idea to the membership, we had a meeting. It was supported by all of our active members. Dave set up a move and wall committee. We have not only VFW members, but we have our auxiliary. They're part of it, and they've been a big help as well. So it's hard to get new members.
Yeah. Did some of your guys perform the opening ceremony for the fair at the fairgrounds?
I believe that was Chesnane's American Legion.
Yes.
Oh, is that the American
Yes.
Legion that does it?
Yep.
And that's a great organization. Too.
Guys work together.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're helping us out on our opening ceremonies. They're going to be there to support us and volunteer at the event as well.
All right. The Wall is going to be in Chesaning, September 4th through the 7th, Showboat Park. We'll be back with one final segment with our guests after these notes.
We're proud to make.
All right, we're back with you in studio. Dave, Bruce, Merrick, talking about the moving Vietnam Wall coming to Chesaning, September 4th through the 7th. Merrick, you've been doing some volunteering?
Yes, sir. I've been helping in whatever areas that are needed, and I've been just enjoying helping a lot of the time.
And it takes volunteers, doesn't it, Dave?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And they all, even like Bruce's family, his daughter and his son have helped us out tremendously. And like I say, I don't know much about computers, but the guy down there in the end, he knows everything about them. So it's kind of
The younger, the smarter when it comes
Yeah.
to that stuff.
they just kind of laugh at you and they turn their head. But it's well worth it to have the togetherness like that. And one thing we would love to see is if when that wall leaves Shields, Home Depot, we'd love to see the people line up the roads en route through St. Charles and into Chesnane to support that thing coming through. It would be a good relief for the veterans.
Is it transported on a flatbed, or how do they transport it?
He's got it. It's on a trailer, and he's got several cases, and each panel is 4 foot by 6 foot. There's 74 panels,
Oh, okay.
and they put them together. And the other thing is Agnew Graphics out of Owasso. His trailer is decorated up a little bit with a Vietnam Wall. A lot of people ask me if he's going to a circus or something. They don't know what it is. So Agnew Graphics out of Owasso, they're having him bring in his truck. They're going to wrap that truck for free so people know what it is.
Oh, that's cool.
That's fantastic.
That is fantastic. That's very
yeah.
cool.
Yep. Yep.
Well, was there one guy taking this wall around? Who owns the wall?
There's a group there from White Pine, Michigan, and Aaron Gray is the driver, and he drives this thing around, and he goes they're all over the United States. I think the last thing they do after us, I think they might go to New Jersey or something, or they might be there now, but we have to provide rooms for them, which we're glad to do, and then with a helicopter coming in, they're going to sell rides, but that's their thing. That's just nice to see the chopper.
And I'd asked before about a cost. There is a cost.
For the helicopter, it's $125 a person per ride, but my understanding, it's a good ride.
And there's a cost to your group for bringing it in, right? I mean,
Yes,
there are expenses. You're going to have expenses.
Yeah, we had to pay. Upon arrival, we got to pay them $5,000, plus provide 10 rooms for them for the pilots and stuff. But we're tickled to death to get them because I think that's a very important thing to hear that thing.
And I assume then, bad word, but I assume that your post would accept donations.
We thought about it a little bit. Yes, we take anything we get our hands on. Yes. Oh gosh. Yes. Yes.
How would it give everybody again that the post number is
6579 New Lothrop, and we've got on our Facebook we've got Venmo and
We have Venmo and GoFundMe. We also been selling T-shirts. We want to thank the Saginaw County Fair, Shiawassee County Fair, the Mid-Michigan Old Gas Tractor Association. They allowed us to come to their events to sell T-shirts, and the T-shirts have been going really well.
And the old Gas Tractor Association gave you money too, didn't they?
yes, they did. They gave us. They took up a. When I went there to talk to them about it, I was in the middle of the meeting they were in the middle of the meeting when I got there, of course, And they let me walk up there and make the spiel for the wall. And I thanked them. And as I was walking away, one woman jumped up and says, "Let's change our October meeting to the 2nd. That we even give to the wall." And I'm going, whoa. Well, they passed the hat. They come up with $1,800.
Whoa.
Yes. And we may end up getting more out of them. I don't know. But what they did was fantastic. That's good old American country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask about the VFW itself. What has it meant to you as a veteran?
It's a two-sided. It's two-sided. It's nice to get in there and be with comrades and do things. Then on the other hand, you see the lack of participation really hurts. We lost. In fact, just the other in August, we just lost one of our members, and they're dwindling down. We're all getting old. And like Bluebell Beach said, they'll never going to bring it back again. They've done it in the past, but they said, people are getting old, and I got a feeling that in Chesaning, it'll never come back there again.
Bruce?
Well, most of us, we're veterans. We're used to service, right? So the VFW is a good way for us to continue that service, not only to our veterans, but to our community as well. We do different initiatives. We have a community project fund where we've donated to the local ambulance, fire department, police department. We offer a scholarship to New Lothrop Public Schools. We donated $5,000 to Sacred Heart Veteran Village for homeless veterans. So a lot of us want to continue to serve after our service.
I mean, do we see the day, because of the dwindling participation, where the VFW and the American Legion, organizations like that, may consolidate?
I think the day is coming pretty quick. Like yesterday, we went to Frankenmuth, and on the way back, we drove around by the Birch Run VFW post that's there. It's there as a beautiful building, but nobody around. And they're starting. I sent out flyers to every VFW post in Michigan about the wall, and I probably got 10 or 15 back, no longer in business. And so it's starting to get far and few. And I foresee the day where we're getting to the point where
just by attrition,
we may have to say adios and ride to the Wild West.
Yeah. What a shame. But the young ones coming out, at different priorities today. It's just a different world.
Yeah.
Different world.
And it's hard. I've been a member for over 30 years, but when you're working and you have a family, it's sometimes tough to make that commitment. But it's not a big commitment, and we're always happy to get new members. We just received a new member a couple months ago. He's an Afghanistan war veteran, and matter of fact, he's our new commander. So we're always looking for new members.
Comes into the club and, hey, guess what? You're the boss.
You're the boss.
Welcome, yes.
Yeah, young whippersnapper, you're it.
I used to be the baby of the family, and I'll be 60 in January.
Yeah.
So now we have a new baby. So
Yeah.
What's the address for donations?
anyone that wants to donate, they can mail it to VFW Post 6579. And it's 9435 Beach Street, New Lothrop, Michigan 48460.
Guys, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having us.
God bless you, Art.
We appreciate it.
You're welcome.